Well, the birds are chirping. We're going to work on getting our strip till bar out. We run a 16-row more built bar. It folds, goes on the 3-point. We've got a Montag high output cart for dry fertilizer on the back of that. We pull that with a Challenger 645D, and that's where we're going to start today. Brian's already got this out. Now this Challenger, of the three we have, it's on 50-inch rears, 38-inch fronts, so it's on the bigger tires. The others are on the smaller tires, the other two. It's also weighted up. It's got the weights in the center, full rack on the front. So it's good. This more built bar, being on the 3-point, really bosses the tractor around, and this one's pretty good at handling it, so it's going to go on there and stay on there. Being that it's on the 3-point, it's kind of hard to hook up, so we like to put it on, and be nice just to leave it on this spring. We're going to do some things, check the maintenance schedule on this, blow it off a little bit, get the day started. Anyway, so just walk to work. 65. Not due yet. Okay. I'll fire up the air compressor, take a little compressed air to it before we hook everything up. Nice to start off clean. Not real sure the windows are pretty dirty too. A lot of times we clean windows, but wait till it's closer time to use things. We got a lot of dust that flies around here, so it's kind of hard to pick an opportune time to clean those. Modern tractors, the hoods pop up fairly easy. We got a panel here we can pull. We're going to loosen our radiators, blow those out. Our air filters here. Just do a general inspection. We'll look at the belts, check for leaks. Need to grease the front end. Things of that nature. This tractor had 400 hours on it when we bought it back in 2019. And it's got 1927 right now. I had to think about that, and he just told me. So we put a few hours on it. It's been our primary tractor bit in the Case 340. Still could make it primary, but it's nice to have that 380. So we actually have more than one tractor that can be as a backup. See how the radiators pop up. Just pop this latch. Got your oil cooler up here, but you can see debris gets in between these. Compressed air is always the best way to clean those out. We can get up underneath all of our coolers. There you go, with the hood up, panel off. They've really done a nice job with the modern tractors, being able to get into the motors, work on them. Your filters here, easy access. Check your oil here, add your oil there. Now we get a little debris usually in the back side of these fans. We want to blow our alternator and air compressor out as well, the air conditioning. See here, still nice access. This is a 2013. Just kind of doing a general look over. So I'm walking by, moving the 3-point. Oh man, they're hand tight. This is why we pull it up here and look at it. The whole back end's hand tight. We're gonna look into that. So I'm gonna work on pulling this PTO shield off. That's gonna gain us access to our 3 nuts. I really can't believe that this is loose. I've never seen that. Let's see, my weapon of choice. We're gonna go with the 1/2-inch gun. Now the next thing, we're getting better with metric sockets, but that's kind of a weak spot. We're gonna be metric on this Challenger, so I'm gonna look into that. Hey Brennan, come here, look at this. I'm gonna wiggle this, and you tell me what you see. Look at this. The whole thing, man.
That's safe.
I've never seen anything like it. We're gonna get that fixed. Brendan found a leak. I think it might be this hose here. A little wet on both sides. Now the fitting's still solid. We can work with that. Got these fancy little, what is that, Brendan? Oh, it's already started. We're gonna plug those lines off.
I bet it works.
Yeah, they work, I guess. Just the first time I seen them, I didn't know what to think of what that was. Eight 8mm. Man. Keeps warming up. We keep stripping off layers, and we still haven't got the hose off. Ouch! Hey, it went. Well, it didn't come off. It turns now. We have made progress. I'm just worried about, it's not under pressure. I just don't want an oil bath yet. I just got here.
I literally had new jeans on this morning and you text me.
Oh, text shop. I switched shirts as well. There it comes. Okay, I don't know how much oil's coming out of it. Oh, did it get you?
Right in the eye. All good. I closed my eye and done.
Well, that was live. I had the camera on. Get the air filter out of it. Blow it off a little bit. There. Get out of here away from everything. I'm sure it's a little dusty. Yes. So 27mm is 1 1/16. Lucky enough to have a socket set that says that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna clean this dirt out, but I can get to all my nuts. Shouldn't be bad to do, actually. It looked bad when I started. Had to have a little extension. Now, Menards has these extensions. You can see there. It allows you to just tilt just enough without having to put a swivel on. I really gravitate towards these things. When you get in a tight spot, they're just makes it nice to get in. I can't believe that that was loose to that extent, but it was. Anybody got one of these tractors, check those out. We've got 2 other ones and they're gonna get checked next. It's got these little spacers that go in there. They fell out when I pulled it off. We've got new straps for our tarp that we did the other day on the Timpte trailer. We're gonna probably slap those on. Brian went to town to try to figure out a hose. It says that hose is 5,000 PSI. I don't know, but we better abide by that. So he's gonna find us a hose. Save a little walking. Finally warming up that we drive the, what we call this, the convertible. Yeah. Finally warming up to drive the convertible. Unroll our new tarp. It only had one strap, and the strap that's there is pretty bad, so we're going to put a pair of new straps on. Ratchet. Trico took care of us on this. New hardware too. Good to go. 9/16 wrench and an impact. He's got that, so we should be pretty self-explanatory. Guessing the strap's from 1987 as well, by the looks of things. Trailer's got a little age to it. Now, interesting enough, we sold this trailer for $5,000. It was sitting here, and it's to a guy out of state, and we needed to use it. So Brian started using it. I decided, you know, we're using this thing, why don't we keep it? And I called the guy back and sent his $1,000 deposit back, and we kept it. So technically, I bought this trailer back for $5,000. Now, this is our first aluminum trailer. We bought it in 2009. Brian and I did. It's went through 2 sets of tires. It's been here quite a while. Now, it sets low, and that's the negative. We have it on our highest fifth wheel. But it's just a good, cheap trailer. I put 2 speeds on the doors. This is our setup there that we did. And made it a nice trailer. EB Trailers, our dealer had a plate that they use that's cheaper than the Timpte plate. So we had this plate done in the front end right here. This is all new. These aluminum trailers, this is the first thing that goes, and with this plate being replaced, we keep them cleaned out and we don't run them in the salt. Should be last a long time. Going real good or real bad.
If anything, throw it against the wind and it'll come back.
No. Well, that was great.
You're throwing it off the side that way.
Hey, we got halfway. Red's been on the charger, got the batteries brought up, put the battery box back on. Now we're gonna go over here, and since we're not hauling today, good time to check the oil and everything. This hood's kind of heavy, so I'm gonna have Brennan. We've got 2 of us here. You get here in the morning by yourself. Basically, if you get it over center, it's not too bad. Over on the other side. Woo. Seemed like it's a little low, but I was not on level ground. Yeah, we're a little low. We'll add a little bit. Common with a C15, they usually, over the course of an oil change, you put a half gallon to a gallon in one. Would be uncommon. We'll go get some. Look for any other leaks too. Better check the Cummins. It's the same way. These hoods, they're not bad. They tilt up, but they're a little heavy for one person. Now this has got an ISM Cummins. It's a 425 horse. It's our only Cummins now. We've got 3 cats and 1 Cummins. What do we have here? And the verdict is overfull. That's about right.
All right.
So we blew a gasket on this. And the bad thing about an ISM, it's busy. Everything's on one side. Your exhaust and your intake's on one side. And when they have the EGR, which is your pollution junk, it messes up. So we actually blew a gasket in here, and we ended up putting a blocker plate on it, on the EGR. We couldn't get it to run otherwise. This is a 2008, and that was a bad year for emissions. If I had to do over again, we'd have another older truck. As much as I love the truck, it has been prone to little knick-knack problems more than the older ones. I mean, let's face it, I'm a cat guy. Windows are so dirty I can't even see to back up. Fill it with fuel before we put the strip till bar on. Going to have to back up to our ammonia bar, move it with this tractor too. Move it out of the way, and then we're going to hook to the strip till bar. Strip till bar is going to go on the 3-point. As soon as we get it on there, we'll go through that bar. I think we did the blades last year. I've got to do some measuring, but we should be okay on the blades. Mainly going through and greasing it, checking things out. But we looked at it a little bit before I put it away, so it's not in bad shape. Brennan did some painting on our fertilizer trailer, so it should be fairly ready to go. I know we've had some issues with it here and there. Probably just may have to do something with it during season. Hopefully not. Our Bain Welker case dealer is supposed to be here today. Going to check out the 380. We haven't looked at it since it died the other day. We've been doing other things, but when they get here today, I'll find out what the problem was, let you guys know. New tractor like this, there's always some kind of little bug to work out, so I'm not concerned with it, but it definitely wakes you up when you got something like that sitting there and it just dies. So, but we're also aware that's part of it. We're used to it. This Challenger, it's our primary Challenger of the three. I was talking earlier, only had 400 hours when we bought it in 2019. So we're going to slide around here and hook up to our ammonia bar. 23 row, 60 foot wide, John Deere 2510H. Going to move it out of the way so we can hook this Challenger to our strip till bar where it's going to live. The strip till bar is a little bit of a pill to hook up, so when you get it hooked, I'd like to leave it on there. Now this particular Challenger is a non-suspended cab but a suspended front end. With the suspended front end, it lets us have the 32-mile-an-hour transmission. Now we have another one that just has a suspended cab, and then we have one that has no cab or front suspension. So we've got a mix of all types. Now we've got this tractor set. It's probably set to the 340 horse rate or range. I'm not real sure Brian did that, but I know it's been turned up quite a bit from the 240 that it come from factory with. Now, as long as when you're tuning you don't go above factory settings, these engines are designed to do that. Look who I'm picking up. There he is. We're going to get this ammonia bar hooked up. Whoa! He's holding on. Don't like to have our ammonia bar outside, but it's going to have to live outside for a little bit while we're moving things around, and maybe while we're doing some of the strip till and the spring type work. This ammonia bar's got a Cat 5 pin, so it's definitely large for what we do. It's probably the largest setup we have. Jack is hard on this thing, real bad. Woo! I really need to dig this barn out with the skid steer and haul stone in. It holds water, especially after we built this other bin, the one that's dead ahead. We've got some drainage around the bin. It didn't get connected here, so we have this issue. So our strip till bar's here. And we're just going to pick it up right here on the 3-point. You going in rabbit or turtle?
Where's turtle?
Well, you hit the rabbit again and it comes up turtle. We're learning about rabbit and turtle for slow and fast. That's every piece of equipment has that. You gonna drive this soon?
What?
Maybe a couple years you gonna start driving?
No.
No, a little longer? Okay.
No.
What's up, dude?
I didn't have to do it standing in the water, so I cheated.
Still.
One thing we learn about farm equipment is you bump your head a lot. But pins, things of that nature, they just don't pull out without some coaxing. He went to get a punch and a hammer. It'll come out, but it's not going to come out just pulling it by hand. We bought this ammonia bar used. We had a 15 row, and to feed 23 rows and not pressurize the tank, you have to have 2 coolers. Now the tanks we get have 2 draw tubes, and it has a double line system hooked to one larger line. So the regular tanks adapt to this setup only if you have a second draw tube in them. And we have our own 2 hose to 1 big hose system that we go to. Now each wagon, we put our own hitch on the front. It bolts on from John Deere, but you just back into the hitch and this will lock. After you back in, this tracks down right here, slides down these rails and attaches itself. They call that Quick Pit Stop Pro. And it really works well. I think we've had it now. This is our 3rd season with it, so I mean, there's 100 ammonia tanks. You go drop hooking those, you appreciate that Pit Stop Pro pretty fast. Now normally I'd put all new blades on this ammonia bar and boots, but this year we're running 28 as well with easy drops in the Hagee. So being as we're not running all the acres through it, we're going to see if we can get 2 season rebuild cycles, because generally at the end of the season we're pretty well wore out. But I'm thinking if we're running less acres, maybe we can get 2 seasons out of the iron, and that would help absorb some of the cost. So we shall see. He just hit his hand.
Same spot twice.
Take a break. Injured. The leg on this jack is bent, and it constantly pushes the tongue that way. He went to get the forklift. If we put a little pressure on this and bring it this way, this pin will release. Otherwise, it just keeps fighting that way, and we're not getting it. Tired of fighting. Send him for the forklift. That'll fix this problem. Forklift verdict is it's pins out. That's okay. Just took a forklift. That's all. No big deal. All hooked and picked up. Got the jacks off. There's rain in the forecast. I really don't want to just pull it out in the rain, so we're going to switch directions, but we're hooked up. The main thing is a lot of times we'll go different directions, and it takes more than one person to hook it up. When it's hooked up, if somebody's feeling froggy, they can go grab it, pull it out, work on it, no problem. So we got it hooked up. We're taking a step in the right direction. Woo, it's windy. We've got to move some trash out of the barn and see if we can position our grain cart. And we're going to measure, which I forgot the tape measure. There it is. That made me remember the tape measure. We're going to measure and see if these heads will fit, because we honestly don't know. And rather than try, just go up there and measure. So let's go. Got our 340 unhooked from the grain cart, headed home. As soon as the 380 starts, we're going to put that DB on. We're probably going to call this the end of the day. Had a good one.